Hey, what's going on? So, just wanted to talk about tinnitus, constant ringing in the ears, my experience with it a little bit, and how it went from being a really big negative to a really big positive in my life. So, I have to straight up be honest. I didn't have any short term positives or benefits of having a constant ringing in my ear. Everything that turned out to benefit me with it all came long term. So unfortunately, it's something you just gotta, if you're just experiencing it for the first time, you just kind of gotta like strap down and deal with it for a little bit. I know it sucks, but I promise in the long run it really pays off. So for me, I've had tinnitus for probably about 5 years now. 29, and I got it a couple years out of college, like probably around 23 or 24. And the biggest thing for me that really annoyed me about it was the inability to fall asleep fast. So I used to be able to fall asleep within like 5 minutes before I had this constant ringing in my ear, and it's my right ear, by the way. And when it started happening, it would take me like 20, 30 minutes to fall asleep. And then also around the same time, I started experiencing this thing called sleep paralysis, where your mind wakes up before your body in the middle of the night. So that was all like new to me and kind of like weird and everything. So at first, I just like basically wrote off tinnitus as something horrible. Like I can't believe this happens to people. Now I have like no peace for the rest of my life. All this stuff like going through my head, like, oh, is this ever gonna go away, or do I have to deal with this forever? Like stuff like that. And that can be pretty daunting at the start, especially if you can't see any long term benefit of it. It can make it seem like so much worse in the moment, and that's what happened to me. I thought it was like this horrible thing at first, but then basically, um, after a year went by, 2 years, and it still didn't go away, it kind of just naturally started to work itself into my regular life. So I didn't have to do anything special to like cope with it. I think my mind eventually, and I can't give a specific time range, but it took a good little bit, like at least 6 months, for my mind got used to it and I guess started to accept it. And then it was easier to drown out. So I can hear it right now if I pay attention to it, but if I get super focused and in the moment with something else, I don't even notice it's there anymore. So, in that sense, it is something that you do get used to, and eventually it just is not so bad. Um, like I said, it's a very short term pain in the butt, but once you live with it for a little bit, you start seeing more and more benefits of it and can use it as a tool to benefit you rather than just something that makes you annoyed or upset with life. So there's only one real like big benefit to me for having a constant ringing in my ear, and that's the fact that I've something internal inside of my brain or ear, whatever, wherever it's coming from, that is constant, that I know is always there for me to drown other things out with if I need to, if I'm dealing with a lot of stress or anxiety. I've kind of turned this ringing in my ear into like a way of thinking. Like when I pay attention to that, I can like match ideologies that help me in life with it. So, for instance, if I'm having like a lot of anxiety someday or just like don't want to be somewhere, I can listen in on that and think about the bigger picture in the world and how there's so much else going on outside of me, and that just kind of soothes me in the moment and makes me remember that there's other things going on than this specific thing. It keeps me from getting caught up in one specific thing that just isn't really that important or shouldn't have that much impact on me in the moment. It's a very interesting thing because, and already said this, like it was such a bad thing in the start, and now it's only a good thing now. And I can't really offer any more advice to you guys other than the fact that you will get used to it, um, and it won't be as bad in the long run. And so just hang tough. I know it sucks for those of you that's starting out with it right now, and it's this fresh thing. Maybe you think you won't ever have a peace of mind again, but you will, and it'll actually benefit you in the long run, and it will give you more kind of, I don't want to say control over your thought process. It'll give you more awareness of things that are going on inside of your head, and that will actually come with more responsibility too, because you're gonna have to manage things better for yourself and kind of trust your own mind and self that you're able to make good decisions and things like that. And I'm kind of ranting, like going a little philosophy lesson right now, but yeah, at the end of the day, it turned out to be a great thing for me. So I just want this video to be like a kind of an upper for people who are down about it and think that it's only going to be a miserable thing in their life. No, it happened to me. It's been 5 years, and I actually wish I had it sooner, and I don't want it to ever go away. So everybody have a good day. Peace.